Hey, I'm going to talk about how our thriller Deadline uses the conventions of a real media product. This opening clip was very influenced by Jaws and is a great example of how we've used concealment because we used a point of view killer because you don't get to see the killer's face, and we thought it was a lot more exciting to hide the killer from the audience, and it also makes him a bit more frightening. Here we've used a close-up of the hands, which was very influenced by Seven, as you can see by this picture. We liked a lot of these close-ups they did in Seven. We thought it made their opening scene very exciting, so we tried to capture the same sort of feeling within ours. We have another example here, which turns the light switch on. We said from the start that building up tension in our piece was very important. We did this with close-ups like the one we just shown, and also we used a lot of low angles and shots from outside which would make it appear like the killer was watching her, like this one, where you see the killer hiding from her view because she's walking to the door. We went with a female victim, male killer, which is a typical convention of thrillers, mainly because of our audience research. One of our questions was, did they prefer the victim to be female, and the majority of the answers said yes. And also we had no particular reason to break that convention. The conventions that we planned to use were concealment and partial vision, which I think we've used mostly through hiding the killer's identity and motive. We also used transform city by having it in a house, in an urban environment, which is a sort of, you normally think of it as a safe place, but it's been transformed into a dangerous one. And we also used the question and answer model, because you're constantly asking who this killer is and why he's there. We also went with a linear narrative, because there was no particular reason to use a non-linear narrative. Here we have another one of those close-up shots which are influenced from Seven, as we build up to the final part of the scene, with the music getting more tense. This is how we've used conventions in our media products.